U.S. ambassador to Morocco. And I wanted to ask you, you mentioned that during the engagement, the military engagement, that China's technology was at the top level was provided to Pakistan. So they had cutting edge technology. You managed to penetrate that. So I want to just press you a little bit more on that. Is the sense in the strategic community and top level politicians like yourself that India stacks up just fine against Chinese technology, or is there some sense of concern or reassessment going on in a serious way about where this leaves India relative to China?
Puneet, I think, frankly, the reassessment took place while the fighting was going on. In other words, when we saw what the Pakistanis were attempting to do, using, as you say, Chinese technology, there's supposed to be something called a kill chain that the Chinese specialize in, where the radar, GPS, planes and missiles are all linked together and they react instantly. All this is stuff I'm reading in public military analyses. It's not something I've got from any classified source. But when we saw that, we simply did things in a different way. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to hit the 11 airfields, and we wouldn't have been able to breach the Chinese supplied air defenses. So it's clear that assessments were taking place while the fighting was happening, and we were recalibrating our strategies in order to end as effectively as we were able to end. So that, I think, is the short answer. The longer answer, I'm afraid, only the military can provide. I mean, you and I have been at various ends of the policy spectrum in your country and in mine, but we haven't really been sitting in military headquarters. So I'll take a pass on how much further we can go on that. By the way, on the Chinese technology, I may have slightly misspoken, because my understanding is, for example, the aircraft given is the Chinese J-10, whereas the Chinese themselves have a J-20, which is apparently one or half a generation newer. And who knows if they'll supply that. I mean, the fact is China has immense stakes in Pakistan. The largest single project of the Belt and Road Initiative is the one in Pakistan, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. So we have no illusions about the degree of commitment that China may well be feeling towards Pakistan.
Samir.